Hello, it's Dawn Michelle from Boho Tarot, and I just thought I'd pop on and show you guys real quick just some happy mail I got. So I ordered a couple of decks that have just come in and this really cool book. Now I'm not going to show you too much of the decks because everybody has seen these a million times. They're new to me, but there are tons of walkthroughs and reviews online if you're interested in checking them out. But I thought we'd just take a quick peek at them, and then in particular I wanted to show you guys this book because this book is super cool. So let's just start with the cards real quick. I'm going to move this big boy out of the way. So first I got the Illuminated Earth Oracle, and of course these decks came in after I did my deck collection video, so you know how that goes. Comes with a nice little book. Like I said, I'm not gonna do a huge walkthrough. It's got a great box. I love the box. It's sturdy, it's matte, and it's got this great little like gilded text on here. I don't know if you can see that. And the back is pretty. It's just a really pretty box, so I like that. These cards are absolutely beautiful. Here is the back of them. They are a gorgeous matte, but they're not that super thick matte. So I really like that because they are thin enough to work with, but sturdy. So I really, really appreciate that. Of course, I've just got them. I haven't edged them, but you know me, that's gonna happen. So I just thought we'd flip through a couple of the cards real quick because they are just really beautiful. So this one is abundance, and here we have air and balance. I mean, look how beautiful these cards are. I am super excited to work with them. There is a little symbol at the top of the cards, and I haven't read the book yet to really dive into what that means, but I believe that there is some sort of system with this deck. But really, I was just taken with the artwork because I think it's super beautiful. So there's earth and erosion and fertility. Look how beautiful. And gifts. I love the geodes. And grief. And that's another thing about this deck is that it does have light and shadow, and I really appreciate that in my oracles. Obstacle, potential, reincarnation, resistance. I love this one. This one is like one of my favorites. I just think this is a gorgeous card, and I love the theme of it. Like, I just think it's beautiful. And source. Oh, this was another one that I really, really liked. I think that's really pretty. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking really fast today. Tempest, underworld is really cool. Upheaval, water, and wisdom. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that one really quick. It is a gorgeous deck. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. I love the colors. I love the gold gilding on it. I was trying to decide whether I was gonna edge it in like this dark navy blue because I've seen some people edge their decks that way and it looks gorgeous, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do mine in gold. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. So that is the Illuminated Earth Oracle by Claire Mack, and this is available on Etsy. So let's just set that one aside. And next we have, of course, the Moonchild Tarot, which everybody and their brother has and everybody has seen. I resisted this deck for a really long time. And to be completely honest, I'm really not 100% sold on it yet, which is kind of funny because yes, I bought it, but really, I bought it out of sheer curiosity. The box, of course, is gorgeous, and I do not have the Starchild Tarot either, which is one that I've looked at as well, and it's a little too, like everybody says, it's a little fashion model-y. That's not going to go back in there, so we'll just set that aside. Anyway, I've heard that this deck is a little bit better about that kind of stuff, but really I was just, I don't know. I'm the type of person that I really can't tell how a deck's going to work for me until I get it in my hand. Because sometimes decks that I'm like, oh, I don't like that artwork, that's not going to work for me, like the Nicoletta Ciccoli, for example, and I just think it's not going to work for me, and then it ends up working out beautifully. And other decks that I'm like, oh, that's totally going to be like my soul deck, and it just doesn't work at all. So that's why I went ahead and bit the bullet and got it, and mostly, and it was, to be honest, a little bit of FOMO because I was kind of afraid if I didn't get it before too long, it was going to be sold out and out of print. So I had a coupon, so I went ahead and got this one. I'm gonna move this out of the way so we can have some room here. I've heard the book is phenomenal, so I'm actually really excited to read the book. It's gorgeous production value. Binding's a little tight though. As somebody who has made her fair share of books for hobby, but also actual printed books for work, that kind of thing I noticed. So it's a gorgeous book. So I'm super excited to read that one. This is, you know, it's got that gorgeous matte gilding. This is the type of gilding I prefer. I don't like that super shiny gilding. It just does nothing for me. The backs are beautiful. Again, everybody's seen it. I was really curious about this cardstock, and this is pretty thick, so I'm not sure. It's beautiful. It feels beautiful. I love the feel of it, but it's kind of thick, so I'm not sure. Anyway, let's just take a quick peek through it. I do really like this death card, and this was one of the cards that I was like, oh, I do actually really like that one. There's a couple in here, and I can't remember off the top of my head which ones they are, so I'm not really going to go through. I have heard it does have these extra cards, the Divine Wisdom, Moonchild. Again, don't know anything about those, and I'm just curious. Really, I bought this because I'm curious. So I'm curious to see how it works. I do really love the palette, the color palette. I'm curious about the photoshopped collage work because, you know, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that's kind of a thing with me. I've been doing it for going on 15 years now. I've been in that industry, so I tend to notice that kind of stuff. So I am curious to see how it's done and how it works out for me, because a lot of times that can break a deck for me. It just is what it is. It is pretty big, so I'm not sure about that either. It's like thick. But anyway, okay, so that was just, you know, decided to go ahead and give it a try and see how it works out for me. So that's, of course, the Moonchild Tarot, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that adventure goes. I'm gonna move this out of the way, because the thing I really wanted to show you was this book that I got, I found on eBay. And I'm not sure if anybody's ever seen it. I just happened upon it. I've never seen it before. It's an old library book from the Germantown Public Library. And I got it for, I think, like, I want to say $4. Anyway, let's see if we can see the plastic cover it's kind of warped, but that's okay. I may just take it off, who knows. So let's just take a look. Am I in frame? Let's see. So this was, when does it say? So it was printed in 1999. So, you know, not too terribly old. There is some writing in it, which is kind of a bummer, but look at all the card backs. That's really cool. Got some more card backs here. If I moved all my stuff out of the way, you could probably see better. Anyway, I thought I'd just do a little flip through because I did find some pictures online before I bought it. And the main reason I purchased this book was for journal work. So I'm gonna scan these images in and use them in journals because I just thought it was really cool. So we have the redefinition of tarot, historical roots, the birth of tarot. I'm sure I'll read it before I dissect it. If I can get better in frame here. Like choosing your pack, how to use this book. But really what I was interested in is, like, it's got great images in it. Like, we got this little image here, and we got this key. And, you know, we got butterflies and statues, and like, if you're into, you know, journaling or junk journaling, which is something that I do, and I will actually be integrating more into my channel in the coming months. But this kind of stuff is like super cool for journaling. And it's got great pictures from just all kinds of decks in it. Some elements here. I mean, here we have from the Medicine Woman. Goes into the Tree of Life. Like, I just thought this was super cool. Oh, and then we have like all of the majors. I'm not sure where else you would get this many versions of the cards in one place. The Emperor as a Soul Friend. That's interesting. So it talks about the, you know, each of the cards, and then you have your divinatory, your reversed. Oh, and it has from different decks too. That's really interesting. So like, here's the Hierophant from the Golden Dawn and the Hierophant from the Marseille. Or Lovers from the Scapini and Lovers from the Santa Fe. So it's just really cool. If you guys don't want to see me flip through this whole book, little stamping there. That's okay. You know, you can fast forward or turn me off now, but I thought I'd just flip through it for anybody who might be interested, because like I'm a total journal nerd. Can't talk today. I'm a journal nerd. I'm a deck mod nerd. I'm a tarot nerd. I'm a journal nerd. So finding books like this is just like super score. So if you're a journal nerd like me, this might be really exciting for you. And if you're not, you may be like, seriously, Dawn, like, what are we doing? We're flipping through a book. You can turn me off if that doesn't float your boat. I'm okay with that. So anyway, I just thought it was really cool. Here we have the 4 elements. I mean, like, oh, look at all this great information. Like Ace of Discs, the root of the powers of Earth. 2 of Discs, change. Jupiter in Capricorn. Suit of Discs, coins and stones. I mean, this just like, I'm sure the information is great, but that's not really what I'm interested in. I want the images. I want the layouts. I want the cool design that's going to end up in my journal. So here we have all the numbers. It looks like we have the Tree of Life as well as playing card, just numerological. So that's really cool. 6s and 7s. I will try to maybe hurry it up a little bit. The 8s. Those are cool. The 9s. The 10s. The court cards. I'm sorry, I hope you can't hear my daughter's birds in the background. They are throwing a hissy fit. So we have the kings and queens. Oops. The knights. The pages. Ooh, a little bit of yucky there, but you know, for $4 and free shipping, can't really beat it. Just some really cool images. We got some spreads. Quick guide, like all these little packets of cards, like that's just going to be really cool in a journal. Make the tarot your own. That's really cool. Healing. And then we have the index, and that's the end. Okay, so now that I've completely bored you with that entire book. So anyway, that was just what I wanted to really pop on and show you, was just some things that I got in the mail because they were pretty cool. In particular, I just wanted to show you this book in case, you know, it was something that anybody else was interested in, because I had not seen it before. And I just happened upon it on eBay. So if that's something you're interested in, or maybe you do, you know, some journaling like I do, and those are some great images in here for journaling, and for $4 you can't beat it. So okay, so that is it for me today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you didn't find this too terribly boring, and I look forward to seeing you again soon for more creative tarot for an inspired life.